Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Damn. All right, give me a second. Okay, you guys can hear me now. Okay, cool. All right, so y'all good? So we're good? Okay, cool. All right, man. So let's get into it. I'm sorry that I was fucking up. But let me say what's up to everybody, then we'll get back into it. Lowest common denominator boxing. Home of the demographic said we recently had too many deaths in the ring without cheating, let alone fighting with obvious tampered gloves. This needs to stop ASAP, and accountability has to be addressed punitively. Rasul Sabor in the building. Mr. Core in the building. What's going on? The Brothers UK, Kane the bad guy, Brandon Felder, Tay Walker, Drew Titan. Damn, Drew Titan. Roosevelt Ivory. Nuke, what's going on? What's going on, man? I like how you changed your name. Nuke Juice. Nuke Juice was good. Yes, sir. The walls are closing in, man. We just got to close our walls to it. Got to close our walls to it. What's good? What's good? What's good to everybody else in there? Everybody that I didn't get no sound. Mass Arms in the building. Yes, sir. Get the likes up, man. Look, I got to see how many people are in here. We got 38 views, man. We got 38 people in the building, man. Let's get 38 likes. I'm gonna sound like Blue Blood. He had me inspired. Ask for your likes, brother. They will not come. What's going on? Say fuck Sugar Hill, man. Much love in that super chat, Lorraine Williams. All right, so let's get this going, man. Let's get this going. All right. So I was watching Blue Blood Sports TV last night. I was watching, and I watched BFTB's live stream. I watched both of their live streams last night. And I'm telling you, man, they were absolutely excellent. Excellent television, excellent live streams. I want to say television shows. They were that good. I mean, the presentation skills are excellent. The recall of facts is excellent. And Blue Blood was very good because it gave me a point of view on the gloves, which is where you get the portion of the title that says how boxers turn custom gloves into bare knuckle weapons, right? Which would make sense, man. What's going on, Donald the Now 65-year-old G? Salute to you, man. What's going on, DB Mount the Track? I'm good, man. I'm good. No third. Too much said no third fight. Don't see Wilder can Wilder can trust the commission, the ref, the corner. He's not. But look, Floyd caught him because Floyd had an experienced staff against Marcus Maidana, man. And I'm going to tell you, I never really looked at the glove. I knew that the incident had happened. Well, let's talk about first what Blue Blood talked about. Blue Blood, if you weren't on the show, Blue Blood laid out, a lot of stuff that we all talk about, but he went specifically into how there is a glove designer who was I can't remember who the trainer he was the trainer for, but he talked about and basically broke down the gloves, and it's not just the weight of the glove, but it's the distribution. It's the distribution of the hair and the padding inside the glove. So you can have a glove that weighs 10 ounces, and the commission will approve that. But the glove very well may not have any padding in the glove. I mean, in the knuckle, because they don't check for the they don't check the paddings on the knuckles, apparently. And then I went and I did watch the video where Floyd Mayweather Jr., the owner of Rival Gloves, yes, sir. What's going on, Ancestral Rage? So, look, man, we got 81 people in the building, man. We got 55 likes, man. Let's try to get the likes up. Dang, that's gonna have to get used to doing that. But I would appreciate, so that way I know how many dudes are in here are truly the hater type. What's going on, Ancestral Rage? And thank you, Dark Kent 718. So when he talked, I won't go over what he said in detail. Go check out the live stream that he did yesterday. But it was a really, really good breakdown of it. But then Then, man, I watched BFTB's show, and BFTB went through Tyson Fury's cheating from the first fight all the way without even looking at the glove issue. Went through the flappy wrist punches and did it in slow motion off Premiere Pro. He and I use the same editing tool. And yeah, man, like, come on, dude. That's a fist. When you look at it in flowing, when you look at it in up close, when you look at it up close with the punch right where the dude, that ain't nothing but fist he's hitting him with in that glove. I mean, there's nothing but fist. And then he shows, then BFTB walked through, I think, the 12 times that Tyson Fury on the opposite side of the ref missed him through a jab. Deontay Wilder ducked under the jab. Then Tyson Fury wrapped his arm back around, grabbed Deontay Wilder by the throat, like didn't hold him like his body, didn't hold his arms or clench his arms. He grabbed his neck and his head and was pushing him and jerking him around by his head, by his neck. And the ref is on the other side of it. And only after he did it 12 times did Kenny Bayless say anything about it. Yeah, headlock by the throat. Yeah, it's a headlock by the throat. Yeah, he put him in like a half. He basically put him in like a quarter Nelson. And then while he had his neck wrenched, punched him with the ungloved hand to the body. With the same glove that you just saw, doesn't have any padding in it. So, I mean, if you go watch those two live streams, and when I'm telling you BFTB went through it, dude, BFTB went through it. He went through it in detail. In detail. You know, like, it was just a complete and utter bite. Like, it was excellent. It was excellent. It was indisputable. You cannot, see, and this is where I am. Now I'm gonna go to what my viewpoint is. Dude, we gotta stop. We're gonna stop acting like, I'm gonna stop acting like their opinion matters. Because you know perfectly well that these guys, Ancestral Race said, all praises to ancestors, all praises to Makai Johnson. Much love in that super chat. Lawrence RB said, Fanan, so my question with all of this stuff, why didn't anybody in Wilder's camp come prepared? A lot of things that are coming out on Fury came from past videos. By the way, Fury should be banned. Hey, dude, I don't know why they didn't catch it. All I know is that he did it. I don't know why he didn't catch it. Obviously, because a lot of people don't catch shit. Shit, it took us all kind of time in reviewing slow motion and shit like that to catch it. That shit is, you can't, I mean, that's real-time shit going on, dude. The pads, I mean, basically what Tyson Fury's saying, yeah, it's legal to fight in bare knuckles. Because my gloves weigh the same amount. I just don't have any padding on my knuckles. You know why they didn't catch it? I can't speak on why they didn't catch it. But I don't think Deontay Wilder's team is obviously not in any worse a situation than the Nevada State Athletic Commission. You know? But I'm not really too interested in what happens with why Deontay Wilder didn't catch it. Because I didn't originally hear about any of this from Deontay Wilder. I caught this from other people on YouTube going through the videos. So, I mean, but the real thing is, dude, that's all, he did it. He just, dude, this is the court of public opinion, man. It's just what it is. It's got to be that's just what it is. And no, I don't expect it all. Hey, man, we got 44 people, man. Let's get the likes over 100. That would be awesome. Thank you. See, I got to get used to being bossy, but I appreciate it. So tell me what's up. Angela Wise, much love in that super chat. So yeah, so it's what it is, man. It's just gotta be common knowledge that is the case. I'm 100% convinced. I'm 100% convinced, man. So the question is, should he be banned for the sport of boxing? Well, you have Tony Bellew putting his 2 cents in on Jarrell Big Baby Miller. What do you say? Wilder's team was there, so I don't know about loaded gloves, but Fury uses the flick jab, which can make his glove slide. Ali used the flick jab, and his glove looks sloppy too, dude. Let me show you something, friend. You see that? Do you see that? This, my friend, right there. How do you size this? Ugh. Anyway, oh, there you go. That right there. First of all, let me show you something right here. That says copyright right there. Copyright 2007, John Grzinski. This is copyrighted. His name's on, not only his name there, you see his name right there. Copyright 2020, John Grzinski, location Nevada, Las Vegas. This is the website. This is where you can get it from. That's the address. That right there are the hands. That is an index finger right there, clearly. That's a middle finger. That's his third finger. There's nothing in there. It is getting smashed up against Deontay Wilder's shoulder, and you don't see anything there. Okay? So, no, friend, that is what you call. That's what you call nothing in the gloves, man. Okay? That's nothing in the gloves. I thought I got it enlarged already. Maybe I'm behind in the chat, but I got it enlarged. Yep, thanks for sharing it. No worry, man. Matter of fact, let me share it again. Just so because I do the videos. The videos are up. I've been saying this. Actually, let me make sure I get the one with the copyright on it. Okay, let me get the copyrighted one up. Okay. All right. Again, copyright. Again, that right there, that's no padding right there. That's no padding right there. Okay? None. Those are fingers. That's an index finger with a bump on top. That is a middle index. That's a middle finger. That is the third finger. There's nothing, no padding. There's plenty of padding around here, though. Plenty of padding around there. Plenty of padding over here, but just no padding here. Probably some padding down by the tips of his fingers over here, but no padding right here. These gloves can weigh 10 ounces and still, but have it missing from right here. Look at Deontay Wilder's gloves on the other hand. Completely round, completely flat, nothing in there. You telling me that's fully padded? That's padded like this is padded? Look at this glove and look at this glove. Look at this glove and look at this glove. And as I ask you to do that again, let me back this up and again go to copyright. Right there. Copyright. Wilder Fury fight. This is the name of the file. They're right there. That's the page link. This is John Krasinski's watermark. This is author John Rokwinski, John Rosinski. Byline, Las Vegas photography.com. There's no padding in that glove. And that's not a Photoshop. That's not Photoshop. There's no question about it. Anything else anybody says, it's just out the window, dude. And they approved those gloves because they were probably the proper ounces. They were probably the proper ounce. But with everything moved, nice and clean, so he can hit you with a bare fist. And then the other flopping thing, dude, that ain't on accident. Dude, his hand was way down at the bottom of the glove, dude. You can see that on a close-up slow motion. You can see it, dude. Nobody's wrist does that, man. Nobody's wrist go back, then down. How could that even work? How can I bring my hand forward? How can I bring my hand forward? And then my hand still dropped back and down at the same time. Hard to tell with my 49-year-old eyes. I watched the first fight today. Fury was slapping, punching style. I can't see no flopping. I trust Fanon's eyes and wisdoms. In the first fight, I see the flopping of the glove. But what you're saying is slapping isn't slapping. That's the flopping. You think that he's slapping. That's not the slap. That's the flop. That's not how you throw a hook. You see how that thing comes around his head like that? His hand's not in the glove. That's what his hand's not in the glove. His hand's only partially in the glove. And he's hitting him with this part of his hand right here. He's hitting him with this. He's hitting him with this. While it's having taken his hand out of the glove, the floppy part that goes around, that's just the glove. His hand's not in that. It's the wrist up above the wrist part is where his hand is. Anytime you saw that flop, you see the flop. You see the flop. You think that's a slap. It's not a slap. His hand's not in the glove. It's just a trick. You said the slap is the flop. Yeah, that slap is not. That's what I thought when I was watching. I'm like, why do they keep letting him hit with an open hand? Why do you keep letting him hit with an open hand? He's not anything to know. He's not hitting with an open hand. No, that's dirty shit. The dude's just dirty. That's just dirty. And he's got the cojones to do it. Because now people got to prove that he cheated. And now so they think they have an advantage. Just going to call you crazy and a sore loser. Oh, come on, man. You can't plant pictures like that. Anyway, all these excuses for Fury's flick, sloppy jab, and slapping hooks. What happened to Fury being a tactical boxer? Exactly, one-hitter quitter. He knows how to throw a hook. He knows how to throw a jab. He doesn't punch like that. You can't find any other fights that this dude is fighting where he's doing that consistently. Nor can you see it with his hand, with the glove, that much tape exposed on his hand. I don't understand with all this evidence, he's still a WBC champion. Dude, come on, man. The WBC. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, man. Oh, I see it. I'm sorry. You said Wilder needs brother was Nazim Richardson in his corner. Hey, man, to try to catch up with that would have helped. Much love in that super chat, man. Yeah, slapping is against the rules, but he wasn't slapping. He was punching. He's just punching with his hands down here. And they bet people aren't going to notice it. That's very conscious. I'm white, and I say so. Is why he's not banned. Do I think the WBC's in on it directly? Probably not. Probably not. I wouldn't see any reason why they would be in on it. They're not the banks. I think they just got over. I think they know the rules and they know how to get over. They allow custom gloves. And they got custom gloves made that had padding distributed away from the knuckles. That's why he said he was putting his hand in brine to toughen up his hands. It's like, if you got gloves on, why do you care how tough your hands are? If you're going to have your hands in gloves. But if you're just finding a way to make a bare knuckle fight of it with gloves on and figure you can stay away from him long enough to make that, like you're literally punching him with your fist here and you're punching him with his fist here. Coming around his hands like that. Boop. Hitting him with a knuckle here and hitting him with a knuckle there. That might hold Deontay Wilder off a little bit if he, but the pads himself, the pad itself with no glove, man, that dude's just dirty as shit, man. Like, wow. And the fact that you guys want to act like it's up to like somebody is just making shit up. Like, you just got caught with that shit. Same phony shit that they were doing, saying that how many people were at the fight. WBC is anti-black. I just think they're pro-money. I don't know. I can't say that they're anti-black people. I can't say that. I think they're very pro-money. I see that. I see them being very pro-money. But I wouldn't put that jacket on them. I put you are softening up your stance on enforcing any rules. But it seems like they are pretty much universal in that of being really loosey-goosey with the rules. I don't think there's nothing that I would say that would lead me to believe that they're anti-black fighter. I wouldn't put that jacket on them. But I would say that they are and they are very pro-money. That money makes sense to them. And they ain't trying to give back. They ain't trying to get embroiled in a whole bunch of stuff. But dude, I would suspect, at least I would hope, the most we can hope for is that they see this. Is that they see it. And they see what happened. Steven Villegas, he said, good content, man. Much love and thank you, man. I appreciate the compliment. They definitely looked out for that Jimenez dude. Yeah, they stay on that side. They stay on the side of the champion. Unless it was Devin Haney. That Devin Haney shit seemed a little, that was real shady, the Devin Haney shit. But, I wouldn't put that on him like that. I wouldn't. Fanon, where Wilder presents his evidence, Fanon, where Wilder presents his evidence, when Wilder presents his evidence, who will he present it to? I don't know. The commission would be good, Las Vegas commission, and sit down with them and say, look at all of this shit. You didn't catch none of this? Now, us sending a note to them and saying, hey, what about this? And they coming back and say, oh, we were there, we saw it, nothing's no problem. Yeah, that's one thing. But if Deontay Wilder requested a meeting and sat down there with them, they would take that shit seriously. Especially if Deontay Wilder brought a lawyer and sat down with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they would take that shit seriously. Haney got stripped of his originally got stripped of his WBC lightweight title that he got when Lomachenko became franchise champion. WBC said Wilder's career is over. Never heard them say that about any other champions that lost. and Fury isn't more profitable. Well, I don't think that they said that. I think that they said that was said in the context of if he lost again, his career would be over. If he lost, not that his career is over right now, you know. But again, I mean, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not some grand supporter of the WBC. And I'm not saying that I don't see them having favoritism, showing favoritism to certain fighters. Obviously, I have. Canelo Alvarez is like the prime example of it. I've just seen them treat, you know, I've seen them treat Deontay well. Up until this particular circumstance, I think they've done Deontay Wilder justice, except for when it came to like people cheating him. You know, the WBC left Deontay Wilder hanging when Alexander Povetkin got in there under Maldonium. If it wasn't, the WBC could have, you know, said, yeah, Alexander Povetkin violated our rules. But Mauricio Suleiman refused to say it. He was like, he wanted to stay out of it. So he stayed out of it. And Deontay Wilder was out $5 million. So, you know, I guess the WBC thought that Rabinski's getting his money back was more important than Deontay Wilder being treated fairly or somebody being punished because they tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs and tried to get in the ring with him. That's what the WBC did. So yeah, WBC. Don't get me wrong. I don't think WBC loves Deontay Wilder. I just think they're more about that money than they are about the color of the skin. Yeah, much love in that. Hey, and everybody's giving the super chat. Yeah, we got almost 200 people in the building, man. Can we get the likes over 200? I don't feel comfortable doing that. Eventually, I don't know how I can do that. It's not possible. Fanon, you being a history buff. Racism and corruption towards black fighters has been around since Jack Johnson's days. Fury represents white supremacy in today's corruption. And well, actually, the corruption in boxing, this exact same thing happened in the late 1700s, like in the 1790s, I do believe, with Tom Cribb and Tom Mellenwaugh. When Tom Mellenwaugh fought Tom Cribb for the championship in the UK, right before the beginning of the 19th century. And they cheated him with same shit, except for when Tom Cribb was about to get knocked out or was knocked out, a mob of them cats attacked Tom Mellenwaugh and his coach, Bill Richmond, and made the fight start over again. And then after that, they starved him out. They starved him out and had a rematch like 2 years later after they starved Mellenwaugh out, and he was out, you know, an alcoholic and all done with it. And then he fought him again, and then Tom Cribb beat him. But no, it started off like that. Very first major international fight turned out just like that, just like what we're describing. And that was well before, you know, Jack Johnson. Well before Jack Johnson. Well before Jack Johnson. Mr. Mom, much love in that super chat, man. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Salute for 9. Keep the pressure on. This nonsense needs to be addressed. That's dysfunctional veteran dysfunctional veteran 83. Yeah, man. Look, I'll do my part to say something about it because it's obvious, man. It's like, come on. But I don't think. I said Blue Blood said let's get 600 and get them likes up. I'd love to see 600 people do that for you, Fanon. Yeah, it's happened before. I got a funny time spot, so it'll be all right. Yeah. Dante, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, is still champion and undefeated, and he was cheated in the second fight. So Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, still didn't lose in my eyes. My true opinion, facts. Hey, man, I think you just accepted the dude as a cheater, dude, and that's gonna be what it is, man. Did you ever do anything? Did they ever do anything to Margarito when he got caught? No, I don't think. He might have been suspended. I don't think he was actually. I don't know. I don't even know if he was suspended because they just caught him coming into the ring. They didn't catch him in the fight. He dang sure continued to fight. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that they did. Yeah. Oh, Angela White said nope, nope. So Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is still. Yeah, exactly. Stanley Sims, we got you. Yeah, man. So it's just kind of bananas, man. It's kind of bananas, and you just gotta give yourself into the fact that that's what it is, man. Bert from Martin said, "Peace for nine, drive and listen," and I appreciate that, man. Thanks for spending the morning with me. So yeah, so I think that the fair thing would be for him to be suspended for life, but they're asking that for that, but they're asking for that for what's going on with Jarrell Big Baby Miller. They said what's his name? Tony Bellew said, well, it's not nasal spray, it's steroids. So 2 times and you're out. What do you mean it's not nasal spray? What if you take steroids through nasal spray? Isn't that what Billy Joe Saunders was on? That's a performance enhancing drug, man. It's not called steroids. You don't get suspended just for steroids. You get suspended for performance enhancing drugs. And if you got in your nasal spray performance enhancing drugs, dog, what's the difference between that and regular steroids? I thought he and his trainer got suspended. I don't know. I know that. I think you're probably talking about Luis Resto and Panama Lewis, because they definitely got suspended for life. He said, yeah, for only 1 year for hand wraps. So he did get suspended for the hand wraps. Did he test positive for performance enhancing drugs before that? Because Tyson Fury did. It's a two-time goal on that. It's a 2-time goal on that. So for now, did you see Tank working out with OBJ and Cam Newton? No, man, I gotta go check that out. I'm gonna make a note. I've been on this stupid shit lately. I've been on this ridiculousness for a while now. Tank, I'll go check it out. Odell Beckham and who else? Oh, Cam Newton. They doing Cam Newton dirty, huh? How come Cam Newton got to sign for the minimum? Did Cam Newton, like, what happened? Why is Cam Newton, somebody that's a football guy, please explain to me why Cam Newton is signing a minimum contract? How does that work? Is it because he went crazy and started wearing his hair all crazy? Why should Fury be banned for fighting with a bare knuckle fight? For fighting a bare knuckle fight in a boxing match? Fanon, you see BB said Tank went to the hospital? No. You seen Tank's admitted to the hospital? No, man, I didn't see that. Oh, man. Wow. Let's see. Let's check it out. Hope it's not for nothing serious. 2 days ago. I saw something about it, but I don't see what it says that he went to the hospital for. Oh, no, I didn't check it out. Undisclosed illness. Maybe he's got that COVID. Man, hope he's all right. For now, Belichick covered a year just in case he thinks Cam gets hurt again. Covering a year. Oh, okay. But yeah, wasn't JD's there? Yeah, JD was there. Yeah, JD was there. JD's was there. There are thousands of people there. Javed Kadri. Dude, what is your point? You asking questions. Make a statement. You're asking these questions for a reason. You think just because somebody doesn't get caught that they didn't cheat? Obviously, they didn't catch it at the time. Obviously. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. You ever had somebody in your house and they steal something and you didn't catch it and everybody was in the house and they stole it and they left? Right? Doesn't mean just because you caught them didn't mean they didn't steal it. Sounds a little bananas, man. Hassan Fanan, I'm with you on just ban Fury, count last fight as no contest, and give Wilder back his title to defend it to a fighter who really deserves a shot. Yeah, but the crazy thing is, dude, Deontay Wilder just went through like a bare knuckle fight. That really can damage a fighter, man. That can damage you. Which is what just makes it so dirty, man. Like, dog, that's a human being. This is a boxing match, man. You don't see what this guy just did to him? And it's like you don't care, and you don't care? Of course this guy cheats. He's got fans like that. They would cheat too. Because there's no way you can see that. There's no way you can look at that situation and not say, this dude needs to be banned. There's no way that you could, like, if that was your kid and you found out something, you saw that like on a camera, like, hold on, that's a picture of that dude. Well, we didn't catch it at the time. That means it didn't happen. Well, we didn't see it at the time, so that means it didn't happen. But the security footage caught it. Well, we don't care about the security footage. I know the security footage shows what you're talking about, but we didn't see it. That's what they're saying with this photograph, and with all of this. Because see on this point in the videotape, you don't see him though. Hold on, man, but you see him right there. You see it right there. Yeah, but you look 5 minutes before that and 5 minutes after, nothing's going on at all. So we can't look at that. Do y'all understand how ridiculous you sound when you make that type of argument? That's what you said. That's the response that you get from these people. Chaudhry, right? Isn't that what you're trying to say? Well, he was there. They were there. Everybody was there. Yeah, okay, everybody was there. So what? People missed it. Some people missed it. Other people did it. But now that you have it in a picture, and you have it on tape, what's the problem? Call it a no contest. Because he's hitting them with no glove, because he's hitting them with no padding in the glove. Or do you need to have to pass rules in boxing that say that you need to have X amount of padding over between your knuckles and the point of contact at all times during the fight? Hold on, your padding is a little bit gone. Nope, sorry. Look, hold on. What's going on with your padding? Why is your padding flat? Hey, equipment guy, his glove is flat. I can see the imprint of his knuckles right here. Dude, come on, man. And that's the argument that you guys make. Well, you can see, you see the picture, but look at this picture where you can't see it. It didn't show right there. It showed over here. It showed over here. It didn't show over there. It showed over here. Everyone also there in the Hammer fight when he got caught red-handed cheating. Yeah, man, dude, it's pretty disappointing, quite honestly, man. It's pretty Pretty disheartening, man. I don't think he cheated. I also think there was a third fight Wilder would get his ass kicked again. Okay. You think it's legal to have gloves, your knuckles by the gloves like that? Shottery, you think that's legal? You don't think that's legal. You're just trolling. You just don't care. Just be honest and say what you say what you mean. You don't care. Because that's the only way that you can say that. Obviously, he's a troll, man. So anyway, man, hit me with some questions, man. Let's talk about some other boxing, dude. You guys got in Billy Joe Saunders said he might quit the sport of boxing. That's other good news. Man, that would be nice. Anyway, man, so let's go through the second half of the show, man. Let's just, because this is just kind of depressing. You know, man, do you think he'll be able to cheat again in the third fight? He'll try, for sure. For absolutely positively, he's going to cheat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not a doubt in my mind he's going to try to cheat. Not a doubt in my mind. Because that's what he does. He's in a tough fight, he's going to cheat. That's what he did to Steve Cunningham. That's what he did to McDermott. That's what he did to Christian Hammer going into the Vladimir Klitschko fight. And that's what he did to Deontay Wilder. He's going to cheat. That's what he does. It just took a little bit of time to let's look into his track record. Let's go look back and pay attention to what people were saying about him and what happened in his fights. And watch his fights with an eye out for him doing shit like that. You will be really surprised at the amount of stuff that you'll start to see that you didn't notice before when you weren't watching his fights. Because most of you guys that say this shit never watched most of his fights. Maybe the last couple against bums. Fanan, do you think Tank will get Loma after Leo? No, I don't think they're going to let him fight Lomachenko. I don't think there's a lot of purpose in it for Mayweather Promotions. I don't think that it's really. Yeah, I don't think that it's that big. I don't think it's that important to them because Gervonta Davis is making good money on his own. And it's a risky fight, so I would suspect that they're going to wait to something more likely something like a Ryan Garcia, something where Gervonta Davis is really primed and Ryan Garcia. You know, they think that they can get Ryan Garcia. And Garcia's going to, want the fight sooner or later because they're going to have to pay him. And I think Oscar De La Hoya might be sick of him enough to throw him to the wolves. If they only paying him $200,000 for the fight, like I said, only. That's a lot of money. But you get my point. Fanan, you think Canelo will take the Charlo fight? No, I do not. I do not think that, not unless Jamal Charlo gets dropped in a fight or something. If Jamal Charlo were to get dropped in a fight, then yes, I think Charlo would take the fight. Or if the zone crashed. If the zone crashed, Canelo might take the fight. But as long as the zone is still there, they're going to try to push. They're going to try to push for They're going to try to push for like a Gennady Golovkin fight or something like that. Almighty Law said, Fanan, Fury didn't have fans prior to Wilder fight, so this is nothing but Wilder hate. Yeah, he's not going to get a lot of fans in the United States, that's for sure. King Cole, all facts. Do you believe Errol Spence' next opponent is for sure Danny Garcia? Yes, I do. I think that is all but guaranteed. He's a mandatory. He's the WBC mandatory. And the other fights that Errol Spence Jr. wants are Manny Pacquiao, which is not going to happen, and Terrence Crawford, which everybody knows is and concedes isn't going to happen right now. Fanon Fury. Oh, T-Rob said, that's terrible. Thanks for answering that, bro. No problem, man. Ask me with a bunch of questions, man. It's all good, man. Hit me with your questions. That'd be good. Fanon Fury didn't have fan. Yep, I got that. I'm sorry, but yeah, for sure. Last Samurai in the building. What's good, man? You must have said something up a little bit further that I had meant to read. On an irrelevant side note, Wilder has a very high tolerance for pain. Impressive. Yeah, he definitely did, man. Fanon, you think Chris Eubank can smoke Canelo out and get the fight? Yeah, I think that's a very doable. I think that's a much more doable fight. I think Canelo would fight Chris Eubank because Chris Eubank already lost twice. Once to George Groves and once to Billy Joe Saunders. So Canelo's going to think that's a knockout win for him. And more than likely, that is a knockout win for him. I suspect he'll stop Chris Eubank. And there might be something especially, I think that's a reasonable fight. I think it's a better fight than like the Rocky Fielding thing. It's better than a Rocky Fielding fight, but it's, something that Canelo Alvarez should win pretty. I mean, just like Jermall Charlo. I think Jermall Charlo is probably going to wind up knocking out Chris Eubank. Kenny Gonzalez, you really think Tank will stop Leo? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I do believe so. Yep. Not a lot of doubt in that one. Unless Leo Santa Cruz just covers up. But Leo Santa Cruz is not a big puncher. He's a volume puncher, so there's nothing really coming at Tank. There's not going to be anything coming back to deter Tank, really. And, he's got some big-ass elbows now. He's got some big, long-ass elbows to protect that body, dude, but Tank's coming right up the middle with that, man. I think that, he said true. Yeah, Kenzel, yeah, it's like, that's tough on Leo, man. That's tough. That's tough. Leo would get my respect if he doesn't get knocked out. I'll say that. If he doesn't get knocked out, kudos to you, friend. Kudos to you. For now, what's your thoughts on the fight between Boots and Virgil Ortiz? Oh, I got Jaron Ennis. I got Jaron Ennis with the nice shellacking. I got Jaron Ennis. I can't see him getting Jaron Ennis. Like, that's going to be, he's going to have to be able to outbox Jaron Ennis to get Jaron Ennis. He ain't going to come in there. Isaac is going to come in there bearing, blaring away. He's going to get caught with something. You get too loose. For now, yeah, but I got Boots over Virgil Ortiz. I do. And yep, that is said. How would you protect Wilder from other side cheating if he was his corner? Is it even possible? Dude, first of all, with his gloves, all you can really do is warn him from what you already saw. Got to warn him for what you already saw. He can't fight in gloves like that. If that's just not pure foam, man, fuck that custom glove stuff, man. That custom glove is dirty, man. That custom glove stuff is dirty. He said, peace all photos 366 and 605. You can also see Fury's knuckles. It's a pretty much, it's just, it's pretty much a done deal, dude. We know that's what it is. For now, do you believe Jermall Charlo will beat Canelo if they fight? I don't know, man. I think that'd be a good fight. I can't pick one. I won't pick one on that. I think Jermall Charlo has the ability to beat Canelo, and I think Canelo looks like he has the ability, like he could be able to beat Jermall Charlo too. Want to see it, but that's a pick 'em fight for me. It's a pick 'em fight because Jermall got that jab, man. But that jab is hard to find Canelo with that jab. So he's got to press him to the body. Canelo ain't no punk, man. Canelo can really fight. Canelo really can't fight, man. So pick him. Fanon, do you think anyone will fight Luis Ortiz like Wilder did? No, I do not believe so. I have very little hope right now for the heavyweight division. I'm quite, saddened by the fact that stuff was like that stuff is playing out like that. So no, I don't have a lot of hope for it at all, man. Why don't nobody believe Jermall Charlo is an unstoppable force even after he has proven it so many times? Man, dude, it's not that I don't think, it's Canelo Alvarez can fight, man. MB, sad old man. Yeah, I'm a sad old man. You got me. Elude Escobar, what's good, man? For now, what you think about Andy Ruiz fight now and possible comeback? Cool. Let him come on and fight. I think he's a good fighter. He probably just lost his focus into the Anthony Joshua fight. And Anthony Joshua can fight. And he fought a better fight, a smarter fight in the second fight and won the fight. I think Andy Ruiz is going to have a hard time beating Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua can move. Because that's what he did. He just stayed away. He boxed. He moved away. He came in, he grabbed, and he won the fight. He didn't do no dirty shit. I'll tell you that. I didn't see him do nothing dirty. So, hey, I can respect Anthony Joshua. At least, outside the ring. Inside the ring, I haven't seen him do anything that, For now, what bum is Bud fighting? Bud might wind up fighting the winner of Ugas, whoever Ugas fights for that WBA regular title. That's what I think. I think that would be a good one. Because that was the title Bruce Putin was holding, and I thought Bruce Putin was going to wind up fighting Terrence Crawford. On another note, what do you think about Pat signing Cam Newton? I mean, good for them, man. Good for Cam if he can run that offense. He should be okay, provided he don't get interviewed, doesn't get injured, and he's probably taking a pay cut so he can get with a team that looks like it could, has a record of winning Super Bowls. But I'm not a football dude at all, man, at all. Even though I try to watch it more there won't be a season, but next time there is a season, I'll check it out more. What's going on, Cali Enigma? Chilling? Nothing but a thing, man. Just chilling, watching, chopping it up about this boxing. That's it. Bud is fighting a UPS driver, man. Hey, I'm there's a chance if they put him in, because I don't know who else he's gonna fight. Hey, Fanon, what's going on? Alex Solis say, hey, Fanon, do you think we will see the sanctioning bodies look into the glove gate, or is this considered a closed topic? Thanks for your time. Neither. My answer to that question is neither. One, will we see the sanctioning bodies look into the glove gate? No. Is this considered a closed topic? No. There you go. Double no on those. Double no on those. Because why waiting for the sanctioning bodies to make a decision about something means nothing will ever be an issue. Because they will never do anything. Sanctioning bodies, there's four of them. They don't run boxing. They just have their belts. So what can they really do other than say that they're going to take their belt back? If they don't take their belt back, fine. If they don't take their belt back, fine. They don't take their belt back. That's their belt. That shit ain't got nothing to do with boxing fans think and know what boxing fans know happened. Period. If you're going to say throw away the belts, throw away belt during the bad time, good time too. Some fighters say, I'm too, the belts don't matter. I'm too big for the belts. Well, some issues are too big for the belts. You don't get to do that shit. Even in the champion, all that does by the WBC not looking into it just means that people that know what happened say, shit, WBC is, who cares about their belt? Who cares about their belt? If you saw some gross abuse take place in somebody's store, and then you just hear the store owner says, well, I didn't see anything, no problem here. Would you say the shit didn't happen? Even when you see it happen in their store? We saw it happen. You don't get to say it didn't happen just because you're the store owner. Okay? We see that it happened. Same thing goes with all of this crap with Tyson Fury. The answer, the media may try to make you look crazy because that's what they do. That's like, 101 or 102. Try to make you look like you're making it up because, dude, I could be whatever. I could have cried for a month. So what? It's either true or it's not that those are knuckles. It's either true or not that glove is not on that dude's hand. It's either true or it's not, man. If there's no padding on the knuckles, there's just no padding on the knuckles. I don't care. It doesn't matter whether the WBC says anything or not. Is the very long answer to that question. Do you expect them to? Did you expect them to? I don't expect them to. That has no bearing on whether or not on what I see. And neither does this half-baked logic that somehow, because the WBC doesn't say something about it, that somehow you didn't see it. And that it's a closed issue. No, it's not closed at all. It's right there. And it needs to be pointed out because people need to see what happened. Look what boxers will do to you. Sammy Hassan, do you think the integrity of the sport is shams more than it has been in the history of thanks to Fury? No, not any worse. But he is. His integrity's in his integrity's in the dumpster. That speaks to Tyson Fury. Just to be really clear, the cheating isn't a reflection on boxing. The cheating is a reflection on Tyson Fury. He decided to do that. And he knows full well what he's doing. He knows it. He knows what he's doing or isn't doing. The WBC or the sanctioning bodies doing something, so what? Man, they don't have any regard for those sanctioning bodies. You saw what Eddie Hearn did. Eddie Hearn was like, fuck it. Oh, this Las Vegas said you're suspending my fighter. Whatever. We'll just go right over there and fight in Arizona. Who cares what the state commission says? So why would Tyson Fury? Only thing Tyson Fury would do is drop the belt. He already said that he would drop the belt. Already threatened the WBC with dropping the belt. Told him, yeah, I'm not fighting Dillian White. I'll drop the belt. The same threat that Canelo Alvarez used. Much love in that super chat, Nate Jeff. Appreciate you very much, man. Sammy Hassan said, Fernando, I was asking because it's not just him, but the officials let these things slide. Yeah, they do let them slide. But I'm thinking that it's something. I'm thinking that based on what they're saying and what I've seen, it appears that this is what it appears to be the case to me. That the Nevada State Athletic Commission weighs gloves, and if the glove is 10 ounces, then it's fine with them, provided there's not like a thumb disconnected or some blatant thing like that. But they don't pay any attention to or care about the distribution of the weight of the gloves. So when you saw the gloves that Marcos Maidana tried to fight in, oh, Alex Solis said, thanks for your detailed reply. It's appreciated. Hey, man, no problem, no problem. Thank you for the question. Much love in that super chat. That's what they're talking about. That's why they're saying that they approved it. Because they probably did approve it. And Deontay Wilder would have had to walk out and say, no, I'm not fighting him with gloves that are that thin. I'm not fighting him with gloves that are that thin. You should see the Marcos Maidana gloves. They're on the video, a video that actually got released earlier. I should have released it later this afternoon. But in the gloves, there's a picture of the gloves of Marcos Maidana. They look like oven mittens. Like his gloves look like oven mittens. And Nevada State Athletic Commission approved them. Those are like literally, they were so obviously like they were paper thin. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were like this. They were like this. From a distance, you could see that there was no padding in that. There's no padding at the top of that glove. And they approved it because of the weight of the glove. So they probably found a loophole in it. They were like, yeah, this is how you do it. And guess what? What's that dude's name? Ben Richardson? Ben what? What's the guy's name? Ben, the guy who was the original trainer for Tyson Fury, Ben Davison. He probably didn't know the game the first time. Now we've been here. We've been to Las Vegas a couple times now. Now we really know the system. Let's go all the way in. This is how you break this system. Shit, Tyson Fury just fought in that same place 3 times in a row. He figured out how to get some load gloves in there. Don't take him long. We're going to get some Marcos Maidana gloves on in this joint. Flat as it can be up against my knuckles. Crazy. Yeah, Floyd called him out on it. Yeah, that was a great observation. Absolutely. Things may have changed, but we used to have to put 3 pair of new gloves in each. You can get an offense or defensive gloves. Both are legal. It depends on your style, what gloves you put forward. Hey, dog, if there's something that allows you to put gloves on that do not have padding in that knuckles, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. There should be padding. There should be padding on your knuckles. Unless you're telling me it's legal to have no padding on your knuckles. Okay. But short of that, nah, man. Nah. Fanon Box, should they make a rule now after all fights, someone should inspect both fighters' glove for modifications and tamperings? What's your thought? Would appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know enough about to say what the rules are right now to say it. I don't know. I don't know because they may do that now. I wouldn't know. But there's no reason in which a glove should be able to like expose your whole knuckle. It's just a bad go, man. It's just a bad go. It's a bad look. It's very dangerous. What's the purpose of having gloves on? What's the purpose of having gloves on? They say, unless you're saying, oh, the only reasons for there to be padding on the gloves is just to protect your knuckles. So, hey, if I don't want to protect my knuckles, I can have them out. Is that the logic? Is that the logic? That maybe that's the logic they have. That, oh, there's nothing wrong with the glove with your knuckles being exposed, because the knuckles, the padding's just there to protect against the knuckles, to protect the knuckles. They're not there to protect your head from the knuckles. So if somebody doesn't want to have padding there, they're free to move it. So if you want your knuckle away from your gloves, then then that's fine too. You can do that too. You can, matter of fact, just as long as you've got some type of, matter of fact, if you guys just agree to it, you can take the gloves off altogether, and we can just start fighting bare knuckles. You know what I mean? In that case, it should just be up to the guy to walk into the ring with no gloves on at all. If all the knuckles, if it's just there to protect his knuckles, it's not there to protect you from his knuckles. It's like, man, it's killing me, man. Fanon, great show. Thanks, Jimmy Bernard. Fanon, you think Tyson Fury will become a franchise champion if he beats Wilder and drop the WBC belt for a fight between Wilder and Dillian White? I don't know what he will do, man. I don't know. I would suspect, though, that he would really, I believe that he would drop that belt before he fought Dillian White instead of Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I do believe that. I do believe that. Sammy Hassan said rules seem not to apply to the privilege. Look, man, there's ways that you can use the rules to your benefit. And you're cheating. You're still, you're violating the rule of the law and not the letter of the law. And that must be what they're hanging their hat on. Kind of like Billy Joe Saunders did with the nasal spray. And he's like, oh, hey, well, this isn't illegal. This is not illegal out of competition in the UK. It's only legal out of competition in the US. So he used it out of competition, where if he was in the United States, if he was getting tested by the United States, he wouldn't have done that. So Billy Joe Saunders was taking advantage. He was taking advantage of that rule. He was taking advantage of the rule by knowing that what he was using to cheat was not illegal in the UK, but it was in the United States. But since it was a fight in the United States, they were like, nope, can't do it. All right, man, Justin State to get my cash said Bud versus Eddie Murphy next. Oh, man, Lord. He's going to fight Radio Raheem. He's going to fight Radio Raheem next. Fury and Wilder 3 don't want to see Wilder's psyche is affected at all. Now, you think, I don't know, man. He seems to be a really tough-minded guy, but you never know. You never know. It didn't affect Miguel Cotto to stop him from whooping Antonio Margarita's ass when he fought him when the dude's gloves weren't loaded. When he didn't hurt him badly with everything he punched him with. Crazy. The gimmicks, man. The gimmicks. That's just not a fair fight, man. That's not a fair fight. That's not a fair fight. Tyson Fury had no intention on that shit being a fair fight. Fanon, what about Steve Jason? Fanon, what about these sanctioning bodies calling for mandatory defenses like the WBO with Usyk? This could potentially be a way of a fight between Joshua or either Wilder or Fury be in the way of. Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. That's why they got all those dang on belts. Yes, of course it is. And they do this. They got it all divided up so much that, yeah, anytime you're trying to make a fight, there's a reason not to make the fight. Just like Ugas versus Terrence Crawford. Now Ugas got a title shot, and he doesn't have to fight Terrence Crawford because he's got a title shot. The WBA regular, right? There was talk of Usyk versus Terrence Crawford, but now no, because Ugas got to fight against some for the WBA regular belt. Like somebody gives a shit about the WBA regular belt. It's now no fight with Terrence Crawford. Man, it don't matter what the belts are. The belts that are going to always stand in the way of fights because there's just by the nature of there being so many of them. Hey, Fanon, what do you think about people saying us Wilder fans are crying and making Wilder look bad? Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about them because they were the people that said that I was looking bad whenever I supported Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's knocked somebody out cold inside of a round, and I wrote something in support of Deontay Wilder, and they said that I was just that I was making Wilder look bad. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Truthfully, who cares? It's just what it is, man. Fanon, how do you reply when, dude, just ask me the fucking question, dude. AJ26. I don't like that shit, man. Just ask me the questions, dude. So you want to know about Wilder's team getting his hand wrapped in glove. I already explained that to you. I already explained it. So what? They missed it. So what? If I have a picture with the guy having no glove, no stuff in his glove, and you ask me what a question about somebody that didn't catch it, I will tell you that they obviously did not catch it. What sense does that make? They didn't catch it. You speeding down the street and there's somebody there, with a policeman there with a gun, with a radar gun, and they catch you 120. Are you going to tell the police officer, but what about the other guy? He was down there some guys miles down the road, and they didn't catch it. Don't care. I caught you right here. Boop. 120. I don't care that it took you a while to get to 120. I don't care that you slowed down in front of the last police officer. And then before that, I don't care. I got you on a speed gun. Boop. Because that's what you got Tyson Fury on. A camera gun. Click. Knuckles exposed. Click. Knuckles exposed. What's the issue? Why would you think you don't really even mean that? What would I say to them? What would I say to you? Trying to be nice or something? Why are you being nice? Oh, you say facts. Okay, so maybe you are being nice. I don't know. I said, my autocorrect said, I mean, salute. What was it? Say, yes, I don't care either, but I don't think they are looking past the fact that we have a value concern but I think they are looking past that we have a valid concern for athletes' health. They seem not to address Fury's past cheating history. Look, man, first of all, understand who you're talking to, okay? I know he's trolling. Damon Wester. Of course. Of course he is. Anyway, so of course he is. Okay, Yeah, no, look, man, these people know what's going on, but you got to understand who it is that's watching, okay? Just think about who it is that's watching and who's saying it. People that are coming to your comment sections and like that, though, those are really hardcore boxing fans. Okay? They have to be in order to be coming to your chats and talking about it. So they're the same people that were talking bad about Deontay Wilder in every situation. It's not like they have an issue with there being cheating in boxing. They don't think any of this is crazy. They can't possibly. They know that there's cheating in boxing. They know that there's been loaded gloves in boxing. They know all of this. They know all of this. But they're just literally the same group of people who are there trying to besmirch Deontay Wilder to begin with. Or who are out there, these are a bunch of UK dudes. Like, who cares whether or not they are going to admit that they cheated? They're never going to admit that their guy cheated. And they have no way to, you can't discredit, you can't get out of the fact that he did. You can't get out of the fact that he did. And some of these guys work for and the mainstream media never had any love for Deontay Wilder, nor do they care about cheating in sports in general. So no, all this is hey, yeah, man, we're going to talk about it as boxing fans to one another. That's what it is. And Tyson Fury knows it. Deontay Wilder knows it. Their teams know it. And all of y'all know it. There should never be a time when somebody's glove is exposed. Somebody's knuckles exposed. The first time we said that the knuckles were exposed was with his glove, was on the inside of a glove. And you said, no, that's his palm. And now when we see it on the top of a glove, now you want to say, oh, that's photoshopped. Even though that it's the original picture on the photographer's website. Or you just don't want to say anything at all and repeat Tyson Fury's response. That's why the way what the media did. They got out of the middle. So their silence is deafening, dog. Their silence is deafening because they never said anything. They never said anything about it. But when Tyson Fury responded to it, because it's getting so much conversation going on about it, then the boxing media responded, let people know what he said about it. All they did is issue a denial. They never issued an accusation. They just promoted the denial. How does that work? Shouldn't they have to be like, hold on, I would have to have said something about this being an issue to begin with before I started reporting responses to it. But I told you, Tyson Fury knows this stuff is going on, knows perfectly well. It's like he's interviewing you. What's your thoughts on Fury's? Yeah. Come on, man. Anyway. All righty. But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here get up out of here today. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. We will check you out tomorrow on the live stream. And with that, I'm out. Peace.